Hello and welcome. Thank you so very much for joining me today. Today I would like to talk about affirmations. I'm pretty sure you heard about them before, and if you haven't, but you have the need to explore affirmations, I would like to congratulate you because this is one of the steps to control your own mind. An affirmation can be positive and negative. Negative affirmation, I'm pretty sure you experienced it in your own life, could come from childhood, from our parents. We can have a negative monologue going in our head, that is also an affirmation. And we can hear negative things on radio, TV, social media, especially now. Positive affirmation is exactly as opposite of this. So once you are aware that you might be surrounded with negative, destroying thought patterns and affirmations, you can start to work on it to balance it out and turn it into positive. How would you do that? What is an affirmation? An affirmation can be a thought, can be a word, can be a sentence, and after all, they all have vibrations, and vibration creates. Our thought creates. So we are constantly creating and destroying, depending on what we are thinking about, what we are thinking of, and we have to be aware of that. I have some things I've written down, so I'm gonna have a look again. Funny thing is with words or even thoughts, because they follow language and the rules of language, and this is itself can set us in a trap, so to speak. So when you are writing your own affirmations, it is vitally important that you break the rules of language, so to speak. So the affirmation is going to be more powerful for you. Our mind, I think I told you this in previous videos, that our mind doesn't understand no and don't. And so we have to leave this one out. I'm going to give you some examples of how I used to write my affirmations. I would write that I am healthy. So it's always in a now. Not I will be healthy. I am healthy. I am strong. I am balanced. I am calm. You can be as specific or as vague as you want to be. The most important thing is that when you write this down and you read it out, you have to listen, you have to feel how does it make you feel. Do you have a churned stomach, or do you feel uncomfortable when you read this one out loud? And that's an indicator for you that most likely you are not ready to take this information, this new pattern in. So you have to take it down a notch so that we are pushing our boundaries a bit with it, but we are not pushing it so much that it is absolutely impossible for our brain, for our subconscious to take it in. You have to be gentle with yourself, but also consistent. So, if I write some things, let's say, I am the ruler of the world, okay, something like that. Obviously, this is such a big concept in my mind, for my mind, that probably, straight on, it's gonna reject it. So I have to take it down that I am in control of my future. Very good. Always in control. of my future. That's, for example, a really good example. If why I'm pointing this one out, so if you take it too far, doesn't matter how often you're gonna repeat it and for how long, it's not gonna sink in. So you're gonna experience this as a failure, and so you're gonna give up on it. So you have to take it in baby steps. This is how I would do it, and this is how I done it. So now I'm not really using affirmation as such, but I'm really conscious about the information I'm taking in. It doesn't mean that I'm not watching silly movies. I'm just really aware now the message beyond the movie or in the movie, because everything is a message. Everything is a message. There is no such thing as pointless creation. The creation either uplifts or destroys. That's it. There's no such thing as just is with this. So you just see this one out for yourself and try to understand it for yourself. How does it work? What is it? So, okay, so let's give some real examples. So with health, I would say, I am healthy, I am strong, I am calm. I would always ask for balance in my life. I would always ask for, not ask for, I say, my life is always in balance, or I can find balance in my life. I can always go back to peace and balance. So sometimes I write down one sentence many times till I find the right one which really hits me, not here, not in a mind, because your mind is gonna come up with so many sentences, but in a heart, so I can accept it. And that's a really good indicator, because we create it with our mind, but to be fruitful, it has to touch a feeling to it. So that feeling can be relief, peace, happiness, or, bad example, fear, desperation, and so on, so on. So if you want to create positively for yourself and for others, you have to find that happy, happy feeling in your heart to indicate that that is an affirmation for you. I would like to offer you also here, so everyone who is keen and would like to do some affirmation, and they don't know how to start it, I'm quite happy to help you. All you have to do is to write down your affirmations, and then I'm gonna sort of optimize it for you if you trust me with this. If not, no problem. And that is just like something I would like to do in a sense, because once you learn how to write a good affirmation for yourself, you're gonna flip out, rather, not switch out, but flip out from the energy of fear, destruction, and you can balance it, if nothing else, and then you can start to create something positive for yourself, finally for yourself, and then for others. So I think this is really is important. Although, as I said, there are many ways to slip and fall when we talk about affirmation and words. And that's why I think many people go sideways with this, because they don't see results or quick results, or they don't really acknowledge the results, even the fact that they have changed while doing that. So these are the things that you kind of have to be aware of. But definitely, I would love to congratulate you if you are taking this journey on. That's a really important journey. So how do we create? We create with our thoughts and with our hearts. It's very important. And after all that, there is the thought, there is the important feeling to it, and then you go out and you do it, because we have to do something. It's not enough just to say words, waiting for the vibration to do its miracle around you or in you. No, you have to do something about it. First step was that you done this, but also you have to kind of work physically on things also, not just mentally. What I wanted to say about this, I had something else to say. It's about creation. So now we actually, we are full or surrounded with negative affirmations, unfortunately. And so you will need to kind of equalize this and then turn it into a positive for your own sake, if nothing else, because you cannot live in fear. If you are in fear, then probably you're just stuck or frozen and you can't do anything. That's not a good way to be. So now, let's say you are fearful about, let's say, hunger. So you can do an affirmation saying that I always have enough to eat. I can always provide for myself and my family or my loved ones. You can stretch this one out for as wide as you want. Or if you're losing about, you are worried about losing your job or money, you can say that I have always enough money for myself to support myself and support others around me, let's say. That could be your affirmation. But if you are saying this and in your heart you feel this fear turning and twisting your heart and stomach, you know that you are not ready. So you have to go down a bit, saying that I'm always calm, I can always sort out whatever life throws at me, let's say. Things like that. So you have to find a way till you find ease in your heart, and then you can continue with it. The wording, very important to be silly, in a sense that it doesn't have to follow proper grammar. It has to have a meaning and a feeling for you. That's the most important thing, I would say. Is there anything else I would like to add to affirmations? No, not really. So to summarize it, an affirmation can be positive and negative, and we can create, starts with a thought, then with a word, with sentences. It all has a vibration. That vibration goes into you. And this is one thing I think I haven't said, that many people do the affirmations and they keep repeating it forever and ever and ever. So when do you know that it's enough? When you keep repeating something, you keep your mind on it, so you're kind of aware that it's not there yet. So you're actually focusing on lack of something. So once you feel that it is enough, it kind of went into you because it is a vibration, because you said it out in sentences and words, you can let it be. You can forget about it and that's it. You don't have to worry about it. So this is how I do it. Actually, I don't really use affirmations anymore, but this is a really, really good start. And every time though, when I feel that I'm slipping with my behavior, with my habits, I go back to it. I go straight back to it. And sometimes that one sentence you written down and it made sense, let's say in the first 2 weeks, maybe a different thought pattern gonna emerge. And then you will need to change your affirmation already and work with that. So this is, I would say, constant till some point, till you can accept that there is always something to work on, and then you can kind of, you're not gonna feel that it's unfinished or you haven't achieved it. This is constant. You're constantly creating this, and you will see, if on nothing else but on your behavior, and how do you act or react when things happening is the most important thing, and it always is. So I think this is what I wanted to say about affirmations. Again, I would like to offer you, if you want me to help you, please just send me a message, that's fine. And I'm quite happy to help you with your affirmation. It's no problem at all. It would be my pleasure. Thank you. Bye now.